your recording here.
We're good.
All right. Awesome. So I am Bobby Shaban, and I'll tell you up front, I'm actually using a scripted class, and there's strategy and purpose behind that, because in network marketing, as you'll kind of hear as we go along, we want it to be very simple and duplicable so that as your organization grows, it multiplies. It's not addition, it multiplies. And that's how it really works. So we want to make it simple and easy. And so I'm using a script, and I'm literally reading a lot of it. I'm going to share some of my own stories. And if this is something that you want to do, I'd be happy to share where I got my script and share that with you as well. So I'm Bobby Shaban. I think everybody on here knows me. I've been with Young Living since 2006, but it wasn't until late 2013 that I decided to treat it as a business. I had taught classes for about 5.5 years before that. I kind of look back and I can't believe I wasn't doing it as a business then, because I'm not sure where I'd be if I was, but I'm grateful for those years that I shared from my heart, because there was a product that changed my life. So whether you're here to find a way to pay for your products, produce multiple streams of income, and pay bills or replace your corporate income, this class will be of great value to you. And I know when I first learned the network marketing business, I didn't actually want anything to do with it for myself. I learned it for people on my team who hated their jobs and they wanted a way out, and I did it to help them. So, so most people earn an income waking up, leaving the house and family, and trading their time for a paycheck. The problem with this is that there's only so many hours in the day. With most corporate jobs, your ability to make an income will always be capped. It will always be capped by the amount of hours in the day, hours in the night. Families all around the world working multiple jobs are still struggling to make ends meet, and worse yet, don't have a lot of time to spend with their loved ones. So today we're going to talk about how you can build long-term wealth for your family, creating an income that will come in even while you sleep, and one that you can pass down to your family. I think that's one of the most beautiful things about it. So a little bit about my story. I grew up believing network marketing was all about greed. I believed it was a pyramid scheme, all of those bad things that you can think about network marketing, and honestly money too. I believed them. And then I found a product that literally rocked my world, changed my life, and my husband and I just prayed, Lord, help us to bless people the way you blessed us. And we started sharing, because how do you not share something that changes your life? And from that point, we started growing. In 5.5 years later, I discovered that, you know, there's people in jobs that they hate. There are marriages struggling because of lack of finances. There's single parents out there, whether it's the mom or the dad, that want to be home with their kids and they think that they can't. People praying for answers, and I had those answers. And it was at that point that we decided to actually share the business and treat it as a business, not a hobby, but treat it as a business. And that's when exponential growth started happening. So over time, due to so many of our leaders on our team, so many people in our team, I was able to not only replace, but more than double my income as an occupational therapist while working at home with my family, or homeschooling my children and having them involved. So I tell you that not to pat myself on the back, but one, to say thank you, and two, to say, if I can do it, you guys can, you can do it too. My passion now, like I'm at a point where we're pretty solid, and my passion now is to help other people get beyond where I am currently. So you can do this too. You're here, which tells me you're open-minded, you're eager to change, you're willing to invest time into yourself and reach your goals. So we're going to start by talking about linear income. I don't know if you guys have heard that term before, but that's the income that most people use to make money. That's where they exchange their time for money. So the average person will say they work 40 hours a week. they make $20 an hour. They make $800 that week. Now, if that's not enough for their family, they can go out and get a second job, sometimes a third job, but that takes them away from their family. And there is always going to be that cap, because there's only so many, you can't work 24/7. There's only so many hours that you can work, and you're trading your time for your money. I remember when I was kind of on the verge of deciding, like, do I do this as a business? Do I share this as a business? And not a lot of people knew that I was even contemplating it. I went on a walk, and there was a guy down the road. He worked for the Postal Service. We were talking in his yard, and he said, do you know what it feels like to have to wake up every morning to an alarm clock, to pull out of your driveway and have to leave your family every single day and go to a job that you hate? And I was literally, I was very new to this, and I think I responded. I don't even know how I responded. It was ugly. We make a lot of mistakes along the way. But what I can tell you is as I walked home that day, I realized this is why we need to share with people, because there's a lot of people that are miserable, and there's a lot of people that are happy, but could be doing more for other people. If they had just a little more time freedom and a little more financial freedom. So something to think about is another problem with a job, call it a job, linear income, is that it's unpredictable. Events can cut that income off. So just think about if you or your loved one was injured. Maybe your spouse is injured and you can't work. You're injured and you can't work. All of a sudden that income is gone. What if you're laid off? I can tell you about 2 years ago, my husband was supposed to be laid off. It's a long story, fluke story, how he did not lose his job. But there's always that chance of a layoff. What if your spouse passes away and you want to be home with your children? I know one of my best friends is a single, or she was a mom of 4, married. And she all of a sudden tragically became a single mom of 4 who homeschool. And had she have not had Young Living, their whole world, I mean, obviously their whole world was still rocked, but it would have been rocked even more. So the other question to think about because of these things is, do you have 6 months to a year of your bills and savings to tide you over until you find another job? That was one of the things when Travis almost lost his job. We didn't have to worry because we had planned for that. And so really be thinking, whether you're having linear income or whether you're having residual income, plan for those things that are unexpected. So I'm curious if you guys know someone who has gotten injured on the job, had to miss a lot of time off work. You can put your comments in the comment box if you know of anybody. But curious, I don't see any comments there, so I'm going to keep going. But if I see some later on, we'll come back to them. So now we're going to talk about residual income. It's my favorite. Residual income is when you do an action one time and you get paid for it over and over and over. And so there's a few different types of residual income. Can you guys think of any? I can mention some here. I just remembered that we're being recorded, so I probably should keep it going. But real estate investment, that's a good one. Real estate investment is a fun job, an awesome job. A lot of people are doing amazing with it. The one drawback of it, it takes a lot of capital, a lot of money to get started if you're actually purchasing the real estate. But it is a good, absolutely a good residual income. Another one is to write a book, produce a movie, create a music album. These are amazing ways to bring in residual income. The drawback is it takes a lot of time and talent. That's one of the things about network marketing is so I have a book out and a video out, and that would have never happened without the connections of network marketing. And so network marketing connects you to people and opens doors for you to do some of these things that you wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. Invest in a stock market, but again, it takes capital and there's a lot of risk involved. And the fourth way that I know of is the best business model on the planet. I believe without a doubt, I went from total skeptic to literally it's the best business model on the planet, network marketing. And so that's kind of what we're talking about tonight. Network marketing is when you sell a product through a company, generate an income from the efforts of everyone on your team who is also reaching out and sharing with others. And one of the most amazing things about network marketing is that it requires very little upfront investment. In Young Living, the way we recommend most people get started is with a premium starter kit, which is $165. So there is literally, I don't think there's any risk, because if you bought those products, that's almost a $300 value that you're buying at $165. And even if you decide not to do the business, you still have products that they changed my life. I don't know if they've made a difference in yours. Actually, I do know a lot of you that it has made a difference, but products that you will love. So I started in 2006 and the kit cost me $150. And that did not come with a diffuser. And now it's $165 and you get a diffuser. So you guys, that's awesome. The investment now brings me in multiple thousands of dollars every month, even those months that things happen and I'm not able to work for whatever reason, that keeps coming in. So network marketing offers an easy and affordable path to residual income. So I'm not sure if you guys are like me, but I am a skeptic. I was a skeptic for a lot of things. And network marketing is one of them. So I believed all the myths. And so I'm just going to go through, we're going to talk about some of the myths and just debunk them. Because after researching and after experiencing firsthand, I have learned that without a doubt, these are myths. The first one is it's a pyramid scheme. Pyramid schemes ask you to invest money up front, but they don't actually sell you any product. And so with network marketing, you are purchasing a product. You're helping somebody with a need that they have by giving them a product. So I like to describe it like a Costco membership, that you pay a membership fee to get a discount, and then you can buy your products at a discount. And a lot of people on our team, that's what they do. They become distributors. They have no intention of ever building a business. You don't have to if you don't want to. Now I'm like, I just want to get the word out because I think everybody should. But you're just getting a discount on your products. Second one is you need a ton of friends to be successful. And I can tell you firsthand, this is not true. Most of the people on my team, I did not know before I started building. Everyone that's on here tonight, obviously Kylie and Mark are family, but the rest of them are leaders on our team that I met through Young Living, and they became on my team. So it's not about how many friends you have. Our team has grown into the thousands, and most of the people I never knew prior to starting a Young Living business. The beauty of multi-level marketing is that it isn't about how many people you know. It's about knowing people that know other amazing people, and it becomes a team effort. You all come together and just reach out to make a difference. Eventually, you'll know a lot of people. And my challenge, if you're thinking about network marketing, if you're doing network marketing, is when you meet somebody, keep in contact with them and build good relationships, and that will naturally help your business to grow. So number 3, I have to sell to my friends and family to succeed. That one just feels icky to me. I would never want to do that. And I can honestly say that in all the years that I've been in Young Living, I don't feel like I've ever sold anything. I just listen for needs. When somebody has a need, I step in and offer something that may help them, and then they have the choice of whether or not they want to receive it. Kind of like if you go to a restaurant and the waitress comes by, she thinks she might be thirsty, she thinks she might want something to drink, and she comes by and asks you, hey, would you like some more water? And you say, no, thank you. Like, you don't feel offended that she asked. Actually, a good waitress would ask. That's good customer service. So you don't, and she doesn't feel offended. She doesn't feel offended that you said no. She just saw a need. She offered something to help, and then that person has the choice of whether or not they accept it. Myth number 4, you must be an extrovert to succeed. There's a lot of ways to do this, and honestly, most of the people that I know that have built and have been successful building, they built one-on-one, talking to people one-on-one and listening, really, really listening to the people and what they were saying and their problems. So just some examples, maybe you're one-on-one talking to somebody and they express, like, I miss so much work because my child is sick all the time. I have this line, I don't know if you guys use this line or not, but this is like, I always say, if I had something to help, would you want me to share it with you? And that makes it really easy to share, and then I can help with that need. If they're having financial struggles, like, I wish I could travel as much as you do. You go on vacation all the time. Maybe that's because they work all the time and they can't take off to be with their family. Maybe it's financially. Whatever it is, if I had something to help, would you want me to share it? And we do have something to help with that. And so really just thinking about the needs that people have and how can we meet those needs with Young Living. So some people even build their entire businesses through social media and blogging. I can honestly say I built to gold without it. We used it kind of as a side thing, but I didn't recruit people through social media. There's a lot of ways to share. Just listen to people and build relationships. Myth number 5, I don't have time to build a network marketing business, or I can't because I have small children. And I thought that too. As a homeschooling mom teaching 4 different grades and little tiny children, I actually started building this business a month before a house fire when we were living in a hotel for a while. So there was a lot of reasons why I could have not built, but the truth is in network marketing, look for those little 5-minute moments. When you can talk to somebody in the car, like you 5 minutes in the parking lot, make a phone call, talk to somebody in the car, build relationships, and we want it to be duplicable. And so I know as a mom, when I started building, I had a baby, a 1-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 7-year-old, and I took them to my classes even when they were that small. I would take one at a time. It would be date night with mommy. And we always did something special. It helped us to connect. And they would help me pass around the oils. They would sit on my lap. Sometimes they were climbing over my shoulders and whatnot. But the thing with network marketing is we want it to be easy. We want it to duplicate. And so if you have it perfect and everything is perfect, that mom or that dad that has kids, has a crazy schedule, has a messy house, whatever it is, they're going to think, I can't do it because of what my life looks like. But if we're just real, I know my kids are older now, you don't see them as much, but Aubrey, yours are little, and the kids will be climbing around. Sometimes we have to leave the room, and that's just real. That's I love about network marketing. You be you, and that makes other people say, oh, I can do this too. And that's what we're looking for. So myth number 6, I have to learn everything about the products before I can start sharing. No. So my advice is order your kit, invite your friends over to open it with you, and when they ask you, how do you use this, say, I have no idea, but I'll find out. and grow as you grow as you go. That's really how to do it. And you know that you have leader, like if you don't know how to, somebody gives you a question and you don't know where to find the answers, somebody will with the network, somebody will be able to find those and to help. So literally just invite people into your world. Network marketing is a get-rich scheme. This is definitely not true. Building your business to the point where you can replace your income takes a lot of time. And I know there's a book called For Your Career. They say like on average, that's about how long it would take to replace your corporate income. A lot of times your first year, you're just pouring back into your business. And there's people that have done it faster. There's people like me who have done it a lot slower. But the thing to remember is, look at, whenever we talk about the business, we always have to share the income disclosure statement so that we're not, like legally, so we're not making income claims. And I just wrote some of so the income disclosure statement is the top comment in here. I challenge you to look at it, share it with people. We're not making any claims. It's really depending on how much you're willing to do. But the average star, so that is your first level. After you're after you start and you're a distributor, you can reach the level of star. The average star makes about $251 a year. There's people that make more, people that make less, but the average is $251. Definitely helps them to replace their product. And when we're building in network marketing, there's an element of looking at ourselves and saying, I want to get to the next level. But even more, I want you to think like star. Let's make stars. Because if we can keep getting people to the star level, then we're naturally going to climb. So think about other people. How can we help them? How can we help them get to star? Star is a pretty simple step. And if we can help a bunch of people get to star, we will naturally grow. Silver is kind of your next big place. The average is 16,382. And we have 4 people on our team, I believe, that have hit gold, hit the gold level, and 1 that's about there, Aubrey Rossmanith, and that the average income there is $50,706. Some are making way more than that. Some are making way less than that, but that's the average. All the way up to Royal Crown Diamonds, who are making almost $2 million a year. But the thing is there is no cap. It just keeps going because you're not exchanging time for money. So the reason I bring those up is to say, even if it took you 10 years, 15 years, would it be worth it? To me, I think it would be. So willable income. So now we're going to talk about the benefits of network marketing and willable income. And this one just about brings me to tears when I think about it, because the business that you build with Young Living is willable. So when you bless others and they fall in love with the products, they keep ordering. And after you pass away, you can leave your business to your family. Now, there's a lot of businesses you can will to your children, but generally, if they don't want to work it, they're going to have to sell it, and they get like a bunch of money up front and once, right? With Young Living, once you've built to a point where you have a loyal customers, they love the product, they're purchasing every month, you die, your kids are like, I'm busy, I don't want to run the business. You can still will it to them. They don't have to work it, but you still have those people that are ordering every single month, and you still have that paycheck that's coming into them every single month, even after you're gone. So it's a great legacy. It's also what I believe is the best retirement plan in the entire world, because again, I can't see myself ever not doing this because I love it. But if I get old and I can't, or I don't want to, or whatever, that income still comes in. So you don't really have to worry about what am I going to do for retirement. You can start planning for that early on. Second benefit, work anytime, anywhere. When you want to travel, Travel. If you need to go to another state to take care of a sick family member, you're free to go. This business can be built anytime, anywhere, where there's people or where there's internet. You can build a business. And once established, it will maintain itself even during those situations where you're unable to work. Number 3 is true financial freedom. There is no cap to the income you could make. You decide how much you want to make and go out and make it happen. Because you're not exchanging time for money, whatever you can dream, that's what you can do. Number 4, job security. How secure is your job now? Nothing is 100%, which is why having multiple sources of income is brilliant. People love their corporate jobs. My husband likes his corporate job. Some people hate them, some people love them. And so corporate jobs are great, but having multiple streams of income is amazing, because then if something fell through, you have it coming in a lot of different places. We teach our team that from a very early point in their building, they take a percentage and invest that back into some type of other residual income. So whether that's, for me it was, well, now it's like we have different investments, but also the book that we filmed, whatever it is, like different ways to get other sources of residual income so that you have multiple streams. Job security. We did that already. All right. So Young Living is a health and wellness company with products that are consumable. Customers purchase many of the products month after month. People will always want to be healthy. So these products will always be needed. And if you're a studier and you go out and study makeup, people want makeup. Makeup is an industry all on its own. CBD, that's an industry all on its own that people are getting all hyped up and all excited about. I believe we have the best out there. And energy drinks, that's a whole nother market. We have nitro, we have Ningxia. Cleaning, that's another market. And obviously the oil. So there's so many different areas that we can help people in. Benefit number 5, the relationships. There are no words to describe the people in Young Living. I had no idea this business would create so many amazing relationships. And if you lack friends and you want more, start a network marketing business. Hey, Lori. This business has blessed me beyond words. I have reconnected with friends I hadn't talked to in years, friends from elementary school. Some joined my team, and we talk regularly, dream together, work hard together, and support each other. I also became close friends with people I never knew before, all around the world. So we all long for community. Young Living is one of the absolute best. There's something about like-minded people who are striving after the same goal, working together to make it happen, that there are no words. There really are no words. So benefit number 6, I believe probably the biggest benefit of all, is a rewarding life. The trips are great. The freedom is great, but the true rewards are the lives you impact and the person that you become in the process. I like to call network marketing a personal development program disguised as a business, because the only way you're going to grow is by stepping out of your comfort zone, being willing to learn, be teachable. And as you build your team, you'll become a better listener, a better friend, a better leader. Your skills will grow and you'll begin to dream bigger dreams. You'll begin to, like, as children, I think this has been one of the greatest blessings for me. One of the things I like to do the best as far as teaching is children dream big things. If you think back to when you were a child, what did you want to do? And literally there was no cap. You didn't think about finances capping you or time capping you. But so often we grow up, we get a job, and all of a sudden, I like to say, reality hits and we quit dreaming. And the thing is God wants us to dream like we dreamed as a child. His dreams are big for us. And when you have a source of income that you're not exchanging time for money, you will have financial freedom and you'll have time freedom to go out and do, maybe it's mission work or whatever it is you dream of doing. It allows you to dream again. So I believe everyone on the call today is already in Young Living, but I know we're recording this, so I want to share how do you get started and how do you make this work. It's really simple. You simply purchase a starter kit, pick your starter kit, which one fits your needs the best, experience the products, and share what you love. I recommend everybody get the Life Steps app. It's a free app. You can get it on your phone, and it's got a lot of great resources to teach you how to use the products and to teach you how to share. Invite your friends and family to our classes, and then help them improve their health by getting them started with their own Young Living account. So we have classes every Tuesday and Thursday. This coming Tuesday, do you ladies know who's teaching? I'm not sure who's teaching on Tuesday, but it is Introduction to Essential Oils. So we have that one every other week. And on the opposite week, we do a Beyond the Oils. So it'll be some type of a specialty class for those who want to learn more and get more details of how to use their products. On Thursday, so not next week, but the week after, I will do another one of these. If this impacted you, go out, find somebody, and bring them back to this class, and just keep doing that. A lot of these classes, you'll think these are simple. There's a reason for that. We keep them for our new people to get them started, so you have a place to bring people to get them started, and it just kind of becomes a chain reaction. So so Thursdays we have that class, and actually we will start, we talked about this morning, it's not on the calendar yet, we're going to start the opposite Thursday of this. Once a month we're going to do a comp plan. So we're just going to teach about the comp plan and really dig into how to make a business plan. Everybody's is going to be unique. So as you keep repeating that process and teaching others to do the same, you'll be on your way to a thriving business. And so once again, because I discussed the ability to make money, we need to share the income disclosure statement, which is in the very first comment in the chat. Aubrey, I don't know if you want to share that one again. So anytime you're sharing business with other people, it's important to use that disclosure statement, because Young Living and our team is a team of integrity, and we don't want to make claims. This business, it's not difficult. I believe anybody could do it. I mean, it's really simple. There's just a few simple steps that you have to do, but it's hard work. You have to be willing to go out of your comfort zone pretty much every day. And when you do that, then you can grow. So now, if you haven't started with Young Living yet, do so today. Talk to the person who invited you to this class. You could stay on the call. So if you want me to help you to enroll or reach out to me later, I'm excited to help you. There isn't a better time to join than now. Get your kit today. Invite your friends to our next class on Tuesday to learn about how to get their kit. Aubrey, you can stop recording.